incoming transmission. Radio revision.
Let's talk. I kind of teased it. Does this movie, again, with all the reactions out there, I think we have an idea where it's going, but does this movie work better as a standalone, as a continuation of season three, or something that connects to Ahsoka season one, to what's happening, hopefully in Ahsoka season two, this big arcing Avengers style that we're connecting all the dots. The First Order is almost here. Or does it work better as a standalone to get people in the movie theaters?
No, I think it would I prefer it for this to be the culmination of, let's say, Mando, Boba Fett, and Ahsoka? Of course, I would love that. But in terms of what works, I think having it be like more standalone works better to get people in. That said, there's a bunch of people who are not going to watch this movie because they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to have to watch 3 seasons to watch this movie. Even though, like, we know that part of the point of the movie is that you don't have to watch the show to, like, be familiar with what's happening. So, yeah, we'll see.
So at first I thought, yeah, of course, this is going to connect in some way to what's happened to Ahsoka.
It will, of course,
yeah.
but
I thought it was going to be in a, like, Thrawn. Thrawn is coming here. He's going to be not a big bad of the movie, but he'll show up as a hologram, or he's giving instructions to people, or the movie ends when he comes back into the galaxy. And yeah, it connects. Then we know that Ahsoka, this is happening, and we'll get ready for Ahsoka season 2. But I think what we talked about a couple minutes ago, that if you don't have Disney Plus, you don't know anything about 3 seasons of The Mandalorian, about Ahsoka. You haven't watched that. So forcing people, like people say, to do homework and watch 3 seasons plus another show, it's then this movie is going to make $50 million and no one's really going to know what's going on, or they'll be lost. So again, as a first movie back, I think it makes 100% sense now, kind of, okay, I'm not in Lucasfilm. It makes sense to just make it its own thing, make it a standalone, and you don't need to worry about anything else. It's going to be a fun 2 hours action adventure movie, and that's it. And I know, going through some of the early reactions, some people don't like that, which is funny because a lot of people complain that, oh, now I have to do homework to watch the movie. No, you don't. But people wanted this connection to everything else.
Yeah.
Which I think it's not needed. Like Solo, you mentioned you're expecting this movie to just be a fun adventure like Solo. And that was Solo was. Yeah, it kind of dropped some things maybe for a sequel, but you really didn't need to know too much about Star Wars to enjoy that movie. I think it makes sense to go that way. And if it sets up things for the Mandalorian, for the Filoni movie, or for Ahsoka season 2, or maybe a continuation of the Mandalorian story, then I think it's fine. But just making it its own thing kind of works.
Yeah.
I was thinking when I saw people complaining that, oh, it's just a fun adventure, it doesn't kind of expand the Mandalorian storyline of his arc. There's nothing new. It's just them having an adventure. This could just be it's like a constricted, or whatever you want to call it, season just put into a movie. When you watch Indiana Jones, like, you don't need to watch the first 2 Indiana Jones to know what's going on in The Last Crusade. It's just an adventure by itself. No one complains, oh, this didn't tie up to Temple of Doom or Raiders of the Lost Ark. It works as its own thing, as a fun adventure, and I think that's what they're going with. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I feel like you actually have a point there. Each Indiana Jones works as its own thing. It's really not building on the previous one.
Yeah, I think we're so
used to.
I think we're used to everything canon being so important in Star Wars, plus growing up now in the post-Avenger, post-MCU. I know it's still going, but I just call it a post-MCU world where everything needs to connect to the next one, and this big thing happens, and then I think sometimes we're in bigger stories like they do their own thing. It's like, okay, but where's all the years I spent connecting everything?
Where is this taking us? Just focus on the story in front of you.
No, I want to be thinking about how it connects to the next thing. So
Yeah,
thank you, Austin
this is
Malone
actually
Y7K. Sorry, Oti. He says if it's at least as good as Solo, I will be happy. 100%. Because I love Solo, and I'll keep saying it. It's my go-to Star Wars movie when I just want to watch a fun Star Wars. It's my go-to, and hopefully that's what I want from this movie. Yeah, let me watch this one to have fun.
yeah. What I was gonna say is that that's something Tony and I have talked about a lot in our podcast. How Marvel movies kind of turned into the after credit, like,
Sure.
okay, and what does this mean for like
Yeah.
the next movie? And that's something I don't love, even though I do love the whole notion of an interconnect. I'm a comic book fan. Like I
Yeah.
love stories being connected.
Let's